Good morning to all. I welcome all of you to biology class. In our previous class, we discussed about reflex action. We know that reflex action is a sudden action that taking place in different steps. Then the pathway of impulses in reflex action is known as reflex arc. Then how is the pathway of this impulses in a reflex action? We know that stimulus is converted to impulse and impulse carried to the spinal cord or brain through the sensory nerve, and from the sensory nerve these impulses reaches in the interneuron, and some processing works are taking place in the interneuron, and from the interneuron it reaches in the motor neuron. And this is the pathway of impulses through the neurons in a reflex action, and from the motor neuron it reaches in the effector of our body. Then this pathway of impulse in a reflex action is known as reflex arc. You learned this definition for reflex arc. Today we are going to learn about another type of nervous system. This is very important nervous system, that is autonomous nervous system. We know that some actions taking place in our life that is beyond our conscious level. We don't know what is happening. For example, there are some instances in our life. Then we feel some fear or sadness. Okay, then that time this nervous system works, or this autonomous nervous system activates in the time of fear, fight or flight. Fear time. We know that when you are walking through a road, suddenly you are seeing a snake, then what is your feeling? The fear, that is fear. Then fighting time. Sometimes we want to fight with others for the existence of our life. Fight or flight, that means we want to escape from that place. In these times our nervous system activate. This nervous system is a autonomous nervous system. This is one part of peripheral nervous system. We know that we learned about two types of nervous system: central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. Central nervous system is made up of brain and spinal cord. Peripheral nervous system is made up of different types of nerves like sensory nerves and motor nerves. We know that some nerves carries messages to the, and sometimes these processed messages reaches in our body parts, and these nerves are including in the peripheral nervous system. Then autonomous nervous system also one part of the peripheral nervous system. This autonomous nervous system is made up of two types of systems. They are sympathetic system and parasympathetic system. Sympathetic system, that means in fear time this sympathetic nervous system activates, and in rest stage parasympathetic system activate. All of you look in your textbook. Here you can see the two systems, sympathetic system and parasympathetic system, and you can see some internal organs that works without our permission. That means we cannot control the actions of these internal organs. Here you can see first pupil. After that you can see salivary gland. This is a salivary gland. Three salivary glands are there. Then after that you can see lungs, and trachea is the tubular part of this lungs, and heart. This is stomach. This is liver. Then intestine, small intestine and large intestine. Here one gland is there, adrenal gland. This present above the kidney. In the shape of this gland is cap shaped structure, and that gland is adrenal gland and urinary bladder. These actions are not in our control. This sympathetic system helps us to exist such an emergency condition, exist from in the emergency condition, like fear time, or sometimes we want to fight, sometimes we want to escape from a place. That time sympathetic system works. That is beyond our conscious level. Then parasympathetic system again activate in the rest stage. Now we can see what changes are here. These are the ganglia. These are the ganglia or group of neurons. These are connected to the spinal cord. Here also some ganglia. These are connected to the brain. And you can see some nerves arise from the ganglia of spinal cord. And here you can see the nerves that arise from the brain also. Then now we can see what changes. The pupil in the eye dilates in sympathetic system. For example, when you are suddenly entering in a dark room, that time you cannot see anything. That time this pupil dilates. That means the size of that pupil increases. Increases to, and it allows more light to enter in your eye. And in the normal stage, what happening? The pupil in the eye contracts. That means the size of the pupil decreases. Here you can see the activities taken by the sympathetic system or parasympathetic system. After that you can see what is the action of this salivary gland in emergency condition and in normal condition. In emergency condition, production of saliva decreases. More saliva is not producing from our mouth. Then in normal stage, more saliva increases. Production of more saliva help for the digestion of food. This time we cannot eat food, so the production of saliva also decreases. After some time rest stage, you like to eat something, that time production of this saliva increases. After that you can see the trachea expand. Trachea or windpipe help to receive oxygen from the atmosphere. Then in this emergency condition, your trachea expands to take more oxygen. That means we need more energy. Then only you can escape from such a condition. Then after that trachea contracts. After that you can see the condition of heart. Heartbeat increases, and normal condition heartbeat becomes normal. You note the point. This is normal, not decreases. Heartbeat becomes normal, and in this condition heartbeat increases. Why this heartbeat increases? When the heartbeat increases, it supplies more blood to the cells. We need more energy, and so a heartbeat increases. Next you can see the action of this gastric activities. Gastric means something related to the stomach. Gastric activities slows down because we are not eating anything, or that saliva production also decreases. Then gastric activities slows down. In normal condition, gastric activities become normal. The digestion related activities becomes normal. Then after that you can see the liver. Liver is converting glycogen to glucose. That means more nutrients are stored in the form of glycogen or glucose. And glucose is the nutrient that forms in our body, and this glycogen formed glucose, that is glycogen converted to glucose. Then you will get energy. You cannot eat anything, so stored glycogen converted to glucose to give you more energy. And normal condition, that is in parasympathetic system, glucose is converted to glycogen. Again this glucose is converted to glycogen. After that you can see the intestine. Peristalsis in the intestine slows down. That means movement, wave-like movement of food particles through the alimentary canal. That is the peristalsis. Peristalsis in the intestine slows down. Here peristalsis in the intestine becomes normal. This saliva production decreases. Gastric activity slows down, and peristalsis also slows down. And in parasympathetic system, peristalsis becomes normal, and production of hormone increases. That means this gland is the adrenal gland, and one hormone is produced by the adrenal gland, that is adrenaline. This adrenaline help to live in this emergency condition. Or after that here you can see production of hormone decreases. After that urinary bladder regains normal state. Here urinary bladder contracts. That means you want to pass urine more time. But in the parasympathetic system, urinary bladder contracts. You will not feel anything. That is a normal condition. All of you learn this sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system and differences. Thank you. Have a nice day.